This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by
Wild Alaskan Seafood. Get Alaskan fresh salmon and seafood favorites delivered to your door. Get $15 off with code WILD15. HostGator, one of the top web hosting providers around. Save 60% off of shared hosting for 3 years with code MMA60. Factor 75. Get healthy meals delivered to you. Get $25 off your first order using code MMA25. Nimble. Find the right batter for you and your device's needs. Get 20% off using code FIT20. Defense Soap, the world's best soap for wrestlers, jiu-jitsu, and MMA athletes. Use code MMA Nuts for 15% off. Hey fans, it's MMA Nuts, episode 459.
459!
My name is Ingo Weigel.
Macro with MMA show by MMA fans, for MMA fans, walking the line between serious and ridiculous. What is happening? Mean Joe Green.
I almost wore my Fedor shirt today.
They Fedor!
I thought about it. I don't know why I didn't. I had it out. I was
The
like,
sweater of Ultimate Power
Yeah,
or Asteroid?
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about wearing it out in public. I think it'd be kind of like, I'd probably get like some questions from people. Like, what the fuck's that guy? Why is that guy wearing such a...
Only people in the know would know. That guy means business.
That's right. That guy fucks.
Yeah. That guy fucks. He fucks like a champ.
I missed that show. I wish
it's too bad.
Silicon Valley was back.
They finished strong though.
They did.
You know what I miss is like I was just thinking about Kenny Powers, like what is it, Eastbound and Down first season. God damn it,
That was
gold.
There's a couple new shows on HBO, like that Avenue 5 or something, or Galaxy 5, whatever that is.
I think I tried it. I
Was
couldn't
it
do it.
Couldn't do it? No.
It's very hard. I don't have much patience. Oh, here's the other thing that sucks. They said Watchmen, no more.
It's done? Why?
Because I think the guy who wrote and directed it is no longer a part of it, and they're not going to continue it.
Why?
Yeah.
I was just getting into it. I thought it was so good.
It was probably one of the best things, at least in the last 3 years.
That makes me sad, man.
Because it finally, everything added up. Like, I was so confused, and I wasn't sure, like, what is going on? I don't know if I like it. And then, like, the last 3 shows, everything started fucking adding up, and then the last one was like, holy fuck.
Why can't we just get good shows that
I don't know.
stick around? I know people watch a lot of stuff, but there isn't really anything that interests me these days. Not really. I don't know.
I watch hockey. That's about it.
Do you? I don't watch
Hockey.
really much of anything. Porn. No, just kidding. No porn. I mean, maybe.
Maybe. Wink, wink.
Speaking of porn, we got a little MMA porn over
The
there.
UFC 246. So let's look at our prediction results.
I think I did poorly.
Yeah, right. So I finally made a comeback this time. A couple fights were canceled, so I was 9-2 this time.
Okay. Wow.
It's fucking respectful.
Congratulations.
Right? Last week I
pretty
was
impressive.
terrible. You were 6-5.
Ugh, that's back to my normal self.
No, but you beat the Magic 8 Ball. Magic 8 Ball was 5-6. Last week, Magic 8 Ball beat me. Or last time, we're only doing predictions for numbered cards.
I see.
So overall, we are both tied with 14 correct, 9 wrong at a 60.9%. The Magic 8 Ball, 12 correct, 11 wrong at 52.2%.
That's about right. I'm sliding. I think I'm going to be down in the 40s here pretty soon.
I don't know
Couple
about
more
that.
events.
We're all right. We're all right.
The problem is too. I look at this card and I'm like, who the fuck are half these people? I have no idea. Who, I just like a roll the dice and guess.
Well, this was a dog shit card. I was talking to my brother today about this, and he said, "Man, this is one of the cards where I really feel like the UFC took advantage of the fans. Like, not only did they only give you a Conor McGregor fight, but they also raised the price, and it wasn't a competitive one. So, I want to talk about. Let's look at Bruce Buffer's get up first.
It's time.
What do you think about this? That's like pink and
It's pink in some kind of weird design.
Gay. He's
very gay.
Liberace-esque in his appearance,
Well, you
Joe.
know, Bruce is the man. He's like got women coming out of his ears.
This book was tough to read.
Yeah, I can't imagine. It's very like what do you call that? Self whacking off, basically.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call that.
Stroking his own dick.
Stroke you did. Thank you.
Some other numbers for you. The gate, 11.1 million. 4th highest gate in UFC history.
Wow.
Attendance, 19,040. 5 performance of the night bonuses. Bunch of people. Dana White jizzing himself about how much promotion ESPN did for him and how well the pay-per-view did. He said it was just off the charts. And the pay-per-view buys, Mark Raimondi said Dave Meltzer's metrics were indicating UFC 246 did the equivalent of what 2 million pay-per-view buys would have been under the old pre-ESPN Plus system. So, what the fuck does that even mean? What would that mean? So, is 300,000 buys what we're talking about? Is it 500? Like, why can't we put a real fucking number on that?
I don't know. They raised the price, so that helps, right?
No, that hurts the buy rate. And then it's also on ESPN Plus, so you have to buy the service, so it's behind a double paywall.
Well, I thought he meant like monetarily. They did as much as 2 million pay-per-views before, or he's saying
the metrics.
What does he mean by metrics?
Exactly. and a lot of people are questioning Meltzer's numbers, saying they are not accurate and potentially inflated. So it's like a crapshoot at best. But the things I could tell you that I know as a fact is like our website and podcast traffic 10 times higher than normal for this Conor McGregor.
That's right. That was like back in the day. Every time Brock would fight, it'd be like, here's our normal traffic. Brock fights. Here's our normal traffic.
Yeah. And you look at Google Trends for Conor McGregor, fucking 100% off the chart. Unbelievable. Yeah. The draw he still has fighting, in a one-sided fight, which is weird.
Very one-sided. And he made $3 million officially for this performance. Well, $3,050,000.
And what did Cowboy make?
200,000.
Yeah. And what the fuck? And the other. So let's start with the discrepancy. Why is he making 300 or 3 million, and why is Cowboy making 200,000?
I don't know. Because he's Conor McGregor, and.
But I thought when McGregor fought Nate Diaz,
made $1 million or something, right?
Right. So is Cowboy getting under the table money, or are they just fucking him outright? Because
I don't know.
If you're fighting Conor, you should be making $1 million minimum,
at least.
And you think about what Cowboy has done for the UFC, and think about I'll fight 6 times in a year. If you got someone drop out, I'll fucking fight. So why is he not getting love?
Maybe he is, and they just don't want to disclose the numbers or something.
But why? Because they're willing to do it with Nate, but not willing to do it with
Maybe
Donald.
That's the problem.
They want to just say, look you're only going to get 200 if you fight Conor. That's bullshit.
It's like a thing, so that people don't go after the money fight. So, I don't know, I felt like the lead up to it was kind of interesting, watching the episodic promotion, where it seemed like Cowboy was really chill and just kind of hanging out with his family, doing his thing. He didn't seem like his usual kind of crazy self, He's become a family man and shit. So maybe he's willing to take less money because he's all like, life is all right.
I don't know. I feel like they took care of him on the back end, but they should have disclosed that on the front end.
There must be a reason
that they
why
were
they don't.
doing this is good business, right?
They made what, 20 million or something crazy on the gate, you said?
No, I think it was 11. I thought I said 11.1 million.
And
but
they only gave
the
Cowboy
4th highest gate in UFC history.
Only gave him 200,000.
Right. It doesn't seem right. I feel like he's getting back end money, but they should show it up front because it makes you look like you're fucking your fighter over, and especially one that is beloved by the fans with I don't know how many records, and even Conor was creaming himself, going, I can't believe how many records Cowboy has, most X amount of this, most bonuses, most this, most that. And I think Conor was just jazzed. I guess maybe we should just talk about the fight and then we can circle back to all this.
Let's do it.
Conor McGregor, Cowboy Cerrone, short fight. What happened?
Well, not a lot. I mean, I felt like what we talked about is Cowboy's a slow starter, and McGregor just took advantage of that and hit him with some shit that he wasn't expecting in the clinch with the little whichever side it was on.
Yeah, and I think even before that, Conor starts the fight, he throws a left, Cowboy drops down, but a knee or a hip fucking drills Cowboy.
Yeah.
And then he is rocked, and then they're clinching up and but the shoulder strikes,
shoulders.
and then there's like a flying knee. There's a left head kick.
Yeah, and the flurry of punches as Cowboy's just covering up, going to the ground.
The killer instinct in Conor, like once he had him hurt, he's like, you know, good. And Herb Dean did a good job of
I thought so.
letting Cowboy absorb some punishment.
Yeah. But he wanted out at that point. And you know, I feel like Conor looked really sharp. I think the weight cut, I want to say, like, does he make a case, like, for our argument for years now where cutting weight is bad? Because he's talking about how he has to, like, eat up, right, to fight.
Yeah, like he was having a hard time getting up to 170.
Yeah.
I think that was the same thing GSP was saying, like, I'm having a hard time getting up to 185, and I'm fucking myself up in the process.
You look good, sharp, like, no ring rust.
Well, he said he had a little bit because he missed that left-hand shot to start the fight, but fucking everything else pretty much landed.
Yeah,
but I don't think this wasn't a surprise to us. I said minute and 2 seconds first round. He would win. I think you said a minute 30 seconds, so we're both right on.
Quickly.
And we knew this was a one-sided fight. That's why I said this is a shit fight to make, because this is what's going to happen, and what happened.
It did, yeah.
You know? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it's good for McGregor's stock. It's probably good for the UFC.
Oh, Dana's just like ecstatic.
Himself,
he's like,
right?
oh my God, he's back.
Yeah.
Conor's back in the game.
And I want to think about Cerrone, and he's starting to remind me of the movie The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke. You know, like, and UFC is just kind of like, let's just push him out. I think this is 3 losses, maybe even 3 KO losses in a row.
Not great.
But I didn't like what I saw at all from him.
No. He looked sluggish, and he looked outmatched, and he looked, I don't know, like it. He does. He takes. I feel like unless he gets hit a few times where it's not like damaging, he's not in the fight. And then, unfortunately, Conor didn't give him. It's like bam, bam.
It's relentless.
Just kind of
that first round. It's like you got to survive that first round against Conor, and then your chances go up exponentially.
They do.
But first round Conor, maybe that's like his meme, right? First round Conor, you're fucked.
Yes.
You can't get out of set.
You got to be a Diaz brother to absorb that shit.
Yeah.
Get out of that round.
It's durability, and I think that was the other thing we had talked about with Cerrone. It's like not durable, can't handle.
No. And you know, I think Diaz. I still, you remember that coming out for the third round when Cowboy and Diaz fought, where you could feel like Diaz melting him with his cardio. I feel like there's many times Cowboy has shown that, like, he can be exciting, but he can also have like these mental lapses, like in judgment, errors in the fight, like the way he approaches certain fighters. I don't know. I just felt like he never. I don't know what the game plan even was. Like, what he never got going. He never executed anything. Did he land a strike? I don't think he did.
He threw a kick.
I don't think that landed. 0 landed strikes as far as I know, which is unusual, right? It's just.
Yeah, that's why people were saying, oh, he took a dive. I'm like, no, he didn't take a fucking dive. He just got outclassed and beat by a better fighter. But, you're not... This wasn't the recipe for him to succeed. Like, main event, fucking hungry guy, buddy. Like, these are all scenarios where it's not a great fight for Cerrone.
No, it's not. It isn't. I have some thoughts about what's next for Conor.
Well, I'll list it out.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna have to move around a lot on this because there's a lot of different takes. But I forgot. I don't know how to say this guy's name, but I'll just say the last name. Sandu on Twitter. Shamaktakar Sandu says, for those keeping track this week, Conor McGregor has expressed interest in these fights. So it's Khabib Nurmagomedov 2, Tony Ferguson, Justin Gaethje, Kamaru Usman, Jorge Masvidal, Nate Diaz 3, and Floyd Mayweather 2. And then he also mentions titles: UFC 155, 170, the BMF title, and a boxing world championship. So, with all that said, like, who do you want to rank people, or do you want to just tell me what you're thinking then? Like,
okay,
who
so
fights next?
I think if I remember, Ferguson and Habib are going to fight.
Yeah.
Sometime in the spring.
Allegedly.
If they actually will fight.
Fifth time they've been scheduled or something.
Okay, so let's assume that happens.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Conor's going to have to sit a few months, but if I recall, Habib likes to take a break in the summer because he's Muslim.
Yeah, I think it was Ramadan coming up.
So we're looking at like winter of this year for a potential fight with him. So I'm saying that's out. Okay, Masvidal. I think that's too much for McGregor at this stage in the game. I don't know. I don't know like there's fights they like and there's fights they don't like. That's probably one they don't like, right? That's not gonna. That's a question mark.
Okay.
It's a big question mark, right? But what I like, in the Diaz thing maybe, but I feel like what's wrong with him going over to boxing for a minute and then fighting Habib or Ferguson? I mean, it creates a lot of hype, right? And it's still a question mark because the way Floyd put it, like, did he let him?
He did, 100%.
Win a couple of rounds to in order.
Oh, jeez, I don't even have a microphone on.
You're not wearing your mic? Oh my God, that's terrible.
Hang on,
that way do the show.
Oh my God.
That's all right. We can get you somehow.
Well,
somehow in the. It was on though, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, but I mean, the audio is gonna be shit until at this point.
We're total professionals. That's funny how you just recognize.
I'm like, something's not right here. I forgot one point of all this,
that's
so
okay.
keep
So
going.
we are recording,
Sorry.
so that's a good thing. That's what happens when we do a
Body
show
starts
in the
slapping.
basement
I'm doing a wild thing.
and beers are involved.
Yeah.
The beers. I like the boxing move. I hate to say this, but I feel like some kind of boxing match, maybe late summer, makes a lot of sense. Like July, August.
Seems like he was leaning that way. Who do you think he'd box if he was going to go that route?
I don't know. Mayweather, I guess. But, I mean, who else would it be?
Well, after the fight, Mayweather posted a picture of Mayweather versus Nurmagomedov 2020. And then Artem Lobov posted a picture of Pacquiao versus McGregor 2020.
Pacquiao? They're not even in the same weight class.
I'm pretty sure that's what I saw.
That's craziness. Pacquiao? That'd be nuts.
No. He did Mayweather versus McGregor too. Someone was talking about Pacquiao. It might have been McGregor, but
Pacquiao's a lot smaller.
if I had to rank people, I think I wrote the list. I said I think Masvidal would be next. I think Diaz 3,
Yeah.
and then Mayweather 2, and then Usman, winner of Habib versus Ferguson, and then Gaethje. Now, the weird thing is, John Kavanagh was saying he would like McGregor's next fight to be Gaethje at 170. Which, you want no part of Gaethje, trust me.
I don't think you do, yeah.
You don't want that.
Too dangerous. That's like Masvidal territory. That's a question mark. You don't want to, because you're looking at creating that potential, right? If he goes to boxing and loses, he can still fight Habib in the fall.
Yeah.
If he loses any other fight in MMA, that fight's done. That's not going to happen. Unless Habib loses.
Well, there's a potential for that.
There is. It's a small one in my opinion, but yeah. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be boxing. It makes the most sense.
It could be, because he keeps jizzing himself about, like, I trained so much boxing that I really want to get back into it. And you gotta imagine, Dana White was talking about this too. He was saying he's doing something with Mayweather this year in 2020, and they're trying to launch that Zuffa boxing. So it would not surprise me if they did Mayweather 2 next.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes the most sense from a fan standpoint, because I already know the outcome. It's Mayweather. But then there's also like these weird things that are floating around, because I heard, and I don't know, Nurmagomedov's camp was talking about, hey, we would like to fight Mayweather, but we want to do 11 rounds in boxing and then 1 round in MMA.
At the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I don't know how that works, because what if you get KO'd early, and then you're going to do, is there a potential? And even if that was the case, what are you going to do, run away for 11 rounds? And who the fuck wants to see Nurmagomedov box? He doesn't have any fucking boxing skills. He can throw a punch, but he's no fucking boxer. Yeah. Like, McGregor is 10 times the boxer that fucking Nurmagomedov is.
Well, I think that's a way of saying no without saying no. It's like, yeah, we'll box you as long as we do one round of MMA, knowing that he's never going to agree to it, right?
No, he's not
so
going
it's
to
like,
fucking agree
you're
to
going to
that
tell us
shit.
no to our demands so that we don't have to tell you no, we're not boxing your ass.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Interesting.
That's fucked up.
Pretty fucked up.
Trying to look back at some of these notes. Like, I want to talk about the heat of this fight some more. And
okay.
So his post-fight interview, McGregor's post-fight interview, it had like 15 million views already in not so much time, like a handful of days. And that would put him like tied for the third highest video that the UFC has posted on YouTube. Wow. So number one is top 20 KOs in UFC history. That's got 109 million views. You're not going to beat that. Number two is top 20 submissions in UFC history. That's got 41 million views. And then right now he's in the range of his UFC 194 McGregor versus Aldo post-fight interview. That's right at 15 million. And this fight, post-fight interview, is right at 15 million.
Damn.
But that is so fast to hit 15 million. Like, we're 3 days maybe, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 3-4 days, you know.
Well, I think we discounted his pull because he was gone for so long, and it's obvious. He comes right back, and he's back to maybe even better than how he left it.
Well, I think it's also the ESPN push.
You think?
Yeah, because before you're like, where are you promoting this?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what Dana was alluding to. Like, I can't believe how much that would have cost us to promote on ESPN, how much they were pushed. Because it was fucking, like, the week before the fight, ESPN, like, all the time, commercials for this fight. Online, anything you watched on there, it was just shoved down your throat, so.
Yeah, they have a lot of subscribers, right? Like 40 million or something, 50 million?
I don't know.
I thought you gave me a number a while ago, something like that. Maybe. Could be wrong.
So it's fucking crazy. And then John Anik said fuck on the podcast. Or not fuck on the podcast, but fuck on the broadcast twice. Because they were doing like their post-fight wrap-up. And Anik was reading a couple quotes or a couple tweets from Nate Diaz. And he's like, we're on like pay-per-view, I can swear, right? And Roga's like, oh yeah. So Anik goes, Nate Diaz said, that's weak as fuck. And why the fuck you in a robe? I was like, oh, that's neat. Like, why are we not swearing more? I can appreciate that. That's balls. I think that's the first time I've ever heard fuck said on a pay-per-view. Maybe one other time, like a Rogan may have said it at some point, but
He doesn't really swear.
no, he doesn't want it to take. He doesn't want to take away from a broadcast. That's why he said he doesn't swear ever, and he doesn't get high before it either. It's like he wants to be so in the moment.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
He'll get high before he does his stand-up.
I don't know if he does he?
I think he's done it. Maybe. Could you imagine being high and on stage, just you and the mic and all those people?
No, it's
oh my God, I'd be like terrorized. I think I'd have a panic attack. Like, oh my God.
You don't want that.
What
you
have I done?
Ever.
But you know, fucking Joey Diaz does that shit.
Yeah, with like 1 million milligrams of THC edibles. Fuck that. That's crazy talk.
It's crazy. I love it.
Yeah. Hey, one of the fighters came out to Footloose by Kenny Loggins.
No way.
The guy who fought Anthony Pettis. Apparently, he didn't realize he was fighting Showtime.
Okay.
Because Showtime lost. Shocking. He got choked out.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if I'm done with the McGregor fight. I'm looking through the notes.
They got a tattoo on my back that says something funky. What should it say on my back?
I love the cock.
I love the cock on my back. That's going to go
under it,
well.
especially the black.
Go well at the pool. People will be looking at me. What's wrong with this guy? He's crazy.
Yeah, you don't want that ever. Hey, why was Tony Robbins in McGregor's corner?
I don't know.
See him? He's like 8 foot tall. Fred Gwynn looking in his approach.
I don't know. Maybe he was motivating him inspirationally.
I think he is his motivational coach.
Is he his guru?
I think he is.
He is my guru.
Something. He is his Yoda.
Something. Fucking Tony Robbins. I like it.
Yeah.
Can I be in Conor McGregor's corner?
Sure. Why not? Oh, I want to talk about one other fight on the card.
Sure.
We had Holly Holm versus Raquel Pennington. Hugfest 2020. Do you like pussy? Hey, I like pussy. Maybe we should hug it out. Let's hug it out. They hugged it out for fucking 3 rounds.
A lot of booing.
Terrible. Holly Holm got the win. Not impressed. Did you see Kamaru Usman's Twitter got hacked?
No. What
Yeah.
did it say?
This is going to be a little challenging for me to
Convenient.
say. So let me start by saying, I'm not going to say everything he said. So he said, let's be real, my man, Conor McGregor is a fucking Irish punk who won't be winning today. That's pretty light. Then we start getting a little more aggressive. Conor McGregor is an Irish pussy. N-word. I'll fuck your wife while slapping the fuck out of you, punk.
Was he drunk?
Ratcheting it up. I
There's
don't know.
more?
Wait,
Oh my God.
last one. I'll be raw dogging the fuck out of Conor McGregor's wife on gang N-word. It's not hard N-word. It's N-word ending with an A. I'm not even comfortable saying that out loud. I'm not gonna fucking say that.
All right. Don't
So.
say it. That's good.
I think it's a good move.
Respect.
Right.
So is he trying to stir up shit? He's just trying to stir.
I don't know, but then I guess they were posting like pictures of his bank account, and because whatever password he used for Twitter, he apparently used for a bank account or something.
Usman?
Yeah, he's
And?
got like 500,000 in the bank.
Good.
Yeah, good
nice.
for him. But
I wouldn't mind that.
yeah,
We'd like to have 500,000 in the bank.
you can do some damage.
Yeah.
Probably not work for 3 years,
Maybe 4.
maybe 4. But do you think that's hackage or like? I mean, you'd have to know his bank. You have to know his login. Like, what are you gonna just? How many fucking banks are there in the world?
Lot.
That seemed, yeah. I'm not quite believing as, and I
It
think,
wasn't hacked.
I think Connor alluded to this too. Like, I don't believe that's hacked. I think he said, and I think what's that fucking guy name? Ali is managing Usman, and I think Ali also manages Habib.
He's trying to stir shit up.
Yeah, and if you want to talk some shit about the man's wife, how he's gonna fuck your wife and raw dog your wife, like them's fighting words, motherfucker. You gonna talk some shit like that? We're gonna have business. We're gonna have
Okay.
beef.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Solid beef?
yeah,
Prime rib?
maybe. Red snapper. You're gonna be talking red snapper on my wife, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's
We're gonna
right.
have
It's
fucking
red
words.
panty night.
Yeah. Not apparently not for Cowboy Cerrone. He's got white panty night. Straight up like grandma panty night.
Yeah.
'Cause I think
Cotton panties.
grandma was in the cage with him too.
grandmama.
Yeah.
And his son.
Cerrone grandma hugging out McGregor afterwards. I don't understand that shit. I don't get, like, if you beat the shit out of somebody in my family, I can't hug you. I can't.
Unless they got paid a lot of money. There's that.
I understand it's a sport, but like Woodley's mother, like hugging Usman and telling him, like, oh, it's your time now, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, fuck you. You beat somebody I love.
I will kill you.
Yeah, like there's no
I will
love.
rip down
I have
off
no
your
respect.
off your head and shit down your neck.
Fuck you. Yes, 100%. I don't get that love, that whatever that is. I don't understand that. Maybe that's just me, but how do you feel about that shit?
I don't know. I'm okay either way. It depends. If it's John Jones, fuck him. But everybody else, I like everybody else.
Yeah.
I don't like Apple right now because they fucked up my iPad. It's all
Well,
fucked up.
You sound surprised.
Everything just closed. And back to the home screen.
Perfect. So we were talking about McGregor last week. He was saying he was going to get $80 million for this fight against Cowboy. You know, the one thing we didn't take into account was sponsor money. will sponsor money make up the difference between 3 million
77 million
and 77 million? I'm gonna say I think we had talked about that extra $5 probably went straight to Conor, and on fucking 2 million, maybe that's 10 million, but you're still got to make up a fuck ton of money.
He's
to
not making
get there.
80
But
million
remember,
on this fight.
Reebok rolled out that whole shoe line, and he had that walkout shirt, and he did not wear said walkout shirt, and there was a big bet you could have made on that, because I think he was plus 500 if he walks out with that shirt on.
Yeah.
He
That's
did
such
not. He wears no shirt.
Vegas.
He just wears a fucking flag.
Yeah. The robe.
No, that was Jorge Masvidal wearing the same robe that Conor McGregor had worn.
Yes.
It was Versace. I don't know.
Versace.
And Masvidal looked a little disappointed that Conor did not call him out, because he was sitting in the stands with the robe and his BMF title. He's like waiting, and like, didn't call me out. Okay, man.
Never the bride, always the bridesmaid.
Yeah. Challenge. All right, let's get out of that. I'm done.
you.
I'm done.
Are we on to some AskTheNuts?
No, let's talk about Cris Cyborg. The Cyborg is fighting Julia Budd. Do I have my mic on now? Thank God. I'm in the.
Do you know where you are right now?
I fucking see a double.
It's Tuesday, Matt. We're in
Lombard,
Illinois. On a Tuesday night, recording a podcast show.
Okay. I feel like I should drink another beer on top of this.
All right. Definitely.
All right. It'll work out.
Okay.
That really offends me that I didn't have my own microphone on. I know I need to do this. I don't know why. I just looked over. I'm like, huh? Where's my microphone?
That should be why I said.
Should be nah. And it's over. Nah. Nah.
Wow.
Fuck, that's a problem. Because that pisses me off to no extent. Because I know how much work I'm gonna have to do afterwards to try to fix how shitty the audio is.
It's okay.
And I'm sorry, because I fucked that up. But
I think you should just leave it shitty. Just the fans like a little flavor in their podcast.
okay, but I don't like it when I'm putting it together because it offends me personally.
Okay.
It's like
Condoms?
No. Ooh, yeah. Those offend me personally.
Yes, they do.
Whose body offends me the most in MMA?
Roy Nelson?
Yeah, it's like that. Like fucking watching Roy Nelson fight MMA and tell me he's a fucking professional athlete.
Sure.
That guy's a professional athlete? Go fuck yourself. I'm sorry.
He's a professional eater and a professional athlete.
Yeah, great.
He likes his burgers.
So successful.
I don't understand how a man can train that much and still maintain that weight.
I know.
That's impressive.
Because then I question his training ability.
Oh, no, I
And
think
then he's in like where Rampage Jackson is right now, that's where Roy Nelson is. Maybe you do Roy Nelson versus Rampage.
Perfect.
Titty versus titty. Let me put my titties on your titties. A little titty squirrel. Cris Cyborg, got it right this time, versus Julia Budd. That's happening this weekend. Cyborg looking for the 4th belt. And I want to talk about her contract. So The Athletic wrote this. They said Cyborg's contract pays out a compounding figure dependent upon how many fights in a row she wins, as well as if they end by sub or knockout. And Scott Coker said if she continues winning, she will be in line to make 7 figures.
Wow.
Yeah. He said it's like the most convoluted contract ever. And I think she has the same agent that Conor McGregor has. I forgot what his name is, Audi Guitar or something.
Yeah.
Audi Guitar.
Audi Guitar. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that Dueling Banjos?
Something like that.
Okay.
Or dueling banjos. I don't know. Whatever it takes. I don't know. So, yeah. Good for her, right? Like, fucking make bank.
Make the monies.
Do steroids, make bank, get paid.
Get Matt
Get
interested
laid.
in you again.
Yeah. She's looking smoking hot. When she's all dialed up, Ingo,
You need help.
she's dialed up.
You like your women like muscular and manly.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
And hairy.
I'm open. Yes.
Hairy.
You have to be 70s style porn or go fuck yourself.
All right.
It's like Joey Diaz, right? With the blue cheese or go fuck yourself. I don't like blue cheese, so go fuck yourself.
I love blue cheese.
I'm not a fan.
It's my favorite. Like a
On wings?
I'd like my shit to be moldy.
You know what? I had some ranch dressing today.
Uh-huh.
100% fucked me up. Because I opened a brand new bottle of ranch dressing, right? And I opened it. I'm like, I saw ranch dressing. I'm like, huh, isn't there supposed to be like some kind of seal on the top? So the ranch dressing was a little thick and a little yellow. So I'm like, I'll probably be all right. So I took a knife and just scooped out the top of said ranch dressing. I went down about an inch. I thought I'd be okay. So I was making a salad, like a chicken salad with ranch dressing on it. So I started pouring the ranch on. Ranch is not coming out. I'm like, wow, this is some really thick ranch. Then I start pounding it out, and I get a little bit out, and then all of a sudden this splooge of water comes out. I'm like, oh, this probably is not good, but you know what? I already tainted my salad. I already did a lot of work. I did like 10 minutes of prep, like cutting all the vegetables and chicken and salt and peppers and everything else that went into it. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna eat it. I've been paying the price ever since. Like, that wasn't a good move, so I threw the bottle out. But
Did you find this in the back of your cupboard or something? Or?
Yeah.
That's never a good move.
Yeah, it wasn't healthy. And note to self, don't ever do that again when the top of your ranch is yellow.
You could have shook it up.
I did that, and still.
Nope.
But that splooge of water that came out, like something got separated, and it wasn't pleasant.
Because it's like 10-year-old ranch.
No, I think it was fresh, because it was more towards the front of the cabinet, and I think I bought it a couple months ago, but fuck, man. The seal was broken. That's what I'm trying to say.
So air got in there.
Yeah, and that's why like the top edge was yellow and thick,
okay.
and then everything else
Some
was
discharge.
I've seen discharges.
You gotta run from that shit.
Yeah.
It's dangerous.
Yeah. Moving right along. So Fabricio Werdum, remember he had that big USADA suspension?
Yes.
Apparently he's been granted a 10-month reduction to his original 2-year suspension per USADA's.
Okay.
Said he's going to return April 1st, 2020.
Wait.
Sounds suspicious. Werdum's received the reduction due to substantial assistant clause, meaning he provided information that leads to the discovery of another violation or which results in a criminal or disciplinary body discovering an offense. So he snitched. What's the saying? Snitches get bitches?
Stitches.
Oh, snitches get stitches.
Yeah.
Like boomerangs?
Yes.
Kobe Covington's. That fucker's been pretty quiet now, hasn't he?
Not a peep out of him.
No. Took a loss, and I think he ran away. He fucking Ronda Rousey'd that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Very.
You have, you're just
I'm
shut off. You're
I don't know. This thing is a fucking mess. It's constantly trying to do something. I don't know what it's calling the mothership. Or
Yeah,
something.
reporting you to the authorities.
Fuck you, Apple. I
Report
updated this
you to
iPad
the
today.
authority.
And it's an older one, and now it's completely. I might as well just throw it away.
It'll all work out.
Sure.
ESPN MMA tweeted this. Kevin Lee, they said, was on a different wavelength today when talking about his fellow fighters, except for Stylebender. So he says, Khabib's whack. Tony Ferguson, fucking whack. Conor McGregor, fucking whack. Jorge, they're all fucking whack to me. So, he's got quite the vocabulary, no?
He likes the word whack. Whack on, whack off.
Can you get him one of them fucking books like that? What is it? The Tyrannosaurus? Thesaurus. I don't know. I'm GSPing him
What
right
is
now.
happening?
Doesn't he train with GSP? See? The Tyrannosaurus!
What
Coming?
the fuck are you talking about right now?
Thesaurus, Ingo. The thesaurus.
What is
He needs to use bigger words.
Synonym?
Check out the big brain on Brad.
Wow. What is happening?
Pulp Fiction.
You're on some kind
Pulp
of
Fiction.
crazy level over there.
Moving right along.
Matt is just doing the shit.
I don't even care.
There's two shows happening, the one that I'm on and the one that Matt's on. By
I got my own
himself.
world. It's okay. I got my mic on. That's what's important now.
Okay.
Brett Nakamoto.
Wow.
He tweets out. He says, breaking news. Israerl Adesanya versus Yoel Romero will be headlining UFC 248 in Las Vegas.
Sweet.
So, I gotta ask you, what do you think about this matchmaking, considering Yoel Romero is on a 2-fight losing streak? Because Paulo Costa is injured.
Yeah, it's normal.
Yeah, I think it is. All right, right?
Yeah.
You got to go through Yoel Romero at some point, and nobody wins
Scary.
when you fight Yoel Romero.
Yeah,
everybody gets
brains
fucked up,
beat in
right?
usually, yeah.
As Robert Whittaker, how that went
Yes.
twice. Also, they made Tyron Woodley versus Leon Edwards. That's coming up. Tyron's been out for a minute.
Tyrone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently, they're also working to set up Jose Aldo versus Henry Cejudo for the 135-pound title fight. May, Brazil.
Brazil.
Like, huh.
It's normal.
Yeah. It doesn't matter how many losses and or wins you have. I mean, he did get a win at 135. He looked good, but he didn't win that fucking fight. He lost, in my
Hey,
opinion.
you won on paper. That's all that matters. It's in the books.
True. And then I'm going to give you 2 picks of the week, and you're going to have to decide.
Pictures?
Yeah, it's a lady picture fight. So let's go with Heather Heat Hardy. This is a throwback one. This is her post.
Yeah, I like that, Matt.
Yep.
I'm going to say that's good.
And then let's go with Alpha Cat Zingano. She says start somewhere.
I like the first one.
Yeah, I'm in agreement.
Whatever's happening there, that's good stuff.
Yeah. That good.
Mm-hmm. Yum, yum.
All right, let's do some Ask the Nuts. With some epic music or other noises. Who is the best Who is the best gatekeeper of all time, in your opinion?
Gatekeeper?
Yeah. Or gatekeeper. Whoever you want. The gays.
The gatekeeper. or
The gays,
gatekeeper?
they're coming for you. I hate to say this, but I think Damian Maya is to some
It's
extent.
pretty solid, yeah. That's a good choice.
Of late, Anderson Silva.
Anderson Silva's a pretty good gatekeeper. I like Yoel Romero.
100%.
That's a tough one. We
Sure.
just talked about that.
You get fucked up one way or another. If he continues to fight Alexander Gustafsson.
Yeah. It's a question mark.
Yeah. It's like a lot of guys that are good that are never going to be title holders. Uriah Faber was always that guy. He was always like right there, but never quite the champ in the UFC. WEC was.
Yeah.
That's all he gets. Real Convict Donald on Twitter asks, can each of you guess a date when Conor McGregor shows up at the White House to boost the Irish vote? See who gets closest. My money is on Ingo. You son of a
A
bitch.
date?
Yeah. Because
For Trump?
apparently Conor tweeted out some shit in full support of
Trump?
Yeah. And a lot of people were saying, I think Dana White probably told him to tweet it out because, you know, him and Trump are buddy-buddy.
Buddy-buddies.
He even opened, like, the convention for...
I'm thinking September 3rd, 2020.
I will go September 4th. Well, undercut you by a day or overcut you by a day.
I see.
When's the election? November?
November.
Yeah.
So like a month out.
Yeah, it's kind of concerning.
Why?
Because the consensus is Trump's going to win again.
Of course he will. Why wouldn't he?
Bernie, because I want Bernie Sanders to win.
Hey, is he the guy who's gonna absolve my student loan debt?
Yes.
Okay.
And hopefully my daughter is soon to be $100,000 student loan debt.
Sweet. Except that's never going to happen. So
Why?
I don't know. Bernie's like 1,000 years
Military, what is it? Industrial complex?
old. I don't know.
They absorb like billions of dollars, right? Let's just call it $1 trillion. Can we just divert some of the money that we don't need to fight a war for to like student loans and shit that actually matters?
I wouldn't mind that if somehow my student loans were zero.
Right.
That would be okay.
Just go Bernie Sanders.
Okay.
I don't know, because everyone's against him, and the biased media keeps trying to fuck him over, and even, I don't want to talk politics. Moving right along.
Thank you.
Jared Christensen asks, the McGregor hype train is in full force after beating Cerrone. While Cowboy is a fan favorite, he was also coming off 2 KO losses and historically loses big fights. Is this as big a win as the UFC is making it out to be?
No.
Not
even close. It's a happy Connor's back party is what it is.
Yeah, it's the fight you need to make to get him to win, that you can sell as being competitive, and then pushes him back into 100% of the limelight because he gets that fucking dramatic finish. It's all over everything. And the weird thing was, like, typically, like, any of the fights that get posted to Reddit that are UFC fights, they get pulled down. But somehow this one, magically, the entire fight was on Reddit all day. All day. This never happens. So this looks like part of the UFC marketing scheme of, hey, you got to fucking win in under a minute. Let's just leave it out there. And actually, I bet the UFC probably put it out there.
Maybe.
So they knew what they're doing. Sometimes. I had a piss, but I'm going to push through it. For at least that question. Then Rigo Machado will close it out. It's time. Pound sign Nuts Roll. Pound sign Matt Reeb Chain. Pound sign Ingo Sugar Daddy. Once again, I want to ask you guys some existential questions? Existential and philosophical questions. I have problems with big words. 1. Are humans obligated to better themselves, and will that make them happier?
I think yes and yes.
I'm saying no. Why am I obligated to better myself? I'm never obligated. Not obligated.
I think it's part of our DNA.
And better yourself?
Yes, and then there's people who have chosen not to do that because they're sloth-like.
They move so slow.
And weak.
You ever seen a sloth move?
They're weak.
How do sloths masturbate?
Probably very slowly.
Like, nothing's going to get accomplished at this speed, Ingo.
Yes. You never know.
And that may be twice sloth speed.
Yeah. You better yourself.
Well, I care. But
Exactly,
I think there's a lot of
my
people
point.
that don't.
Because they've given up. And that's the sad reality of living in today's modern world. It's why everybody's such a pussy.
Is having a big ego a negative trait or a positive trait?
Depends on the line of work you're in and what you do for a living.
Porn star.
I think you gotta have a big ego.
Yeah. Well, you gotta have a big dick and a big ego.
Athlete, big ego. I think ego can help. I think it just can't be out of control.
Yeah, you gotta keep it in check. There's points to be humble and points not to be.
Yes.
Business world, you don't want to be humble. You want to be like, motherfucker, look at what I'm doing.
That's right.
And you don't let people steal your work and claim it as their own. And then sometimes you gotta tell a motherfucker, get the fuck out of my office or I'm gonna fuck you up.
That's right.
Like, and then to see them say, what?
Yes.
Like, you fucking heard me.
That's right.
I will fuck you up right now.
Exactly.
And then sometimes you gotta choke a motherfucker in your office.
Or tell them, look, if you ever say that to me again, I will choke you unconscious and fuck you in the ass.
Right.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
So
trust me, these things work in the business situation.
And if you can say it with a straight face and like you're very serious,
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, or probably 10 times out of 10, that person's gonna go, okay, I'm gonna step away slowly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to fuck with this guy.
And then if it has to go down, I've choked 2 people in the office.
Eddie Murphy approach.
Yeah.
Like, right.
But I mean, both of them were in jest. They weren't out of anger.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if you want to do this, we can fuck around right now.
Yeah.
guillotined one, and then what the fuck did I get the other one in? I think it was a double guillotine because they were trying to shoot on me. Whatever.
Speaking of Eddie Murphy, did you listen to the Drogan podcast with Iron Man?
Yeah, that was really
Robert
good.
Downey was really good. They were talking about him on that show and how great he was. And I didn't realize he did all that crazy Raw and Delirious when he was like in his 20s.
Yeah, that's when he's saying all the offensive shit like about gay people.
Yeah.
Probably saying faggot and all sorts of shit like that.
He's got like 1 million kids too, that guy.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy. So that was a good podcast to listen to. Robert Downey.
It was short. It's like an hour 20.
I feel like all the stars he has on, they're all like an hour because that's all he's going to get. He's not going to get that
it's tough to get
3
a guy
hours.
For 3, 'cause
yeah.
I think even Bernie Sanders, he only got an hour. You know, Robert Downey Jr.
It's like an hour and a half.
I forgot how long he got Elon for. I feel like Elon went a little longer.
Because they got high.
Yeah.
They went to the time warp. It was like, ooh.
And the stock price drops and then goes up.
I love it. I wish one day I could be like a CEO of some sort where if I go on a podcast and do something, I affect.
That is so crazy.
So
right? To think, like,
crazy.
the guy smoked weed and shit dropped, even though it's a legal drug. And then he's drinking whiskey and they don't give a fuck. Like, that's so
This is
stupid.
acceptable. This is acceptable.
Right.
Weed is not.
Right. Yeah. If we were smoking, it's we could technically smoke weed right now.
It's totally legal in Illinois. Maybe we should.
And we're going to have to because it is legal now.
We're going to have to. It's a necessity.
I'm so sorry. We're going to have to do a weed show.
Oh.
I'm like, I'm sure that'll work out well.
No, I probably won't be able to
I
form
won't.
a sentence if that's the case.
No. You guys don't want that. You think you want that. You don't want that.
No.
Is it most important purpose in life? Is the most important purpose in life to find happiness?
Yes. But you can only find that within yourself.
Like inside my intestinal tract?
Perhaps.
Like my GI tract? Like my GI
Your GI
doctor?
tract's fucked. You're not going to find happiness in there.
Sticking things
No.
like up and down me, like treating me like a porn star.
No. There's going to be no happiness in your GI tract.
Yeah. There's
Mine
no
is a
good
different
coming
story. Mine's pretty
going.
happy. But yeah, it comes from within. Not going to come within.
Tell about your probiotics.
Yes.
Be a pro. MMANUTS Zombie Show, episode number 3, Amazon's part number 4. The episode starts with the rock anthem from Top Gun playing in the background as you guys riding your motorcycles. We're not carrying them now. We're riding them in a slow motion scene. The wind hitting your guys' face as you both arrive at the Amazon camp. That's right. They open the gate as they see you're bringing the 3 guys banged who are part of the camp. Yes.
We are the 3 amigos.
We will fuck the horses and ride off on the women. Or something.
Would you say I have a plethora?
Yes, a plethora.
That's a great film.
Let me go back and watch that. They open the gate as you're bringing the 3 guys you banged. I thought that was girls. Apparently we're banging guys now. We're part of camp. Fuck it. It's all good.
It's become a gay show.
When you guys enter, you guys are confronted by the Amazon Queen, Angela White. Look it up, guys. Okay.
All right.
You're on that. She sees that both of you are not strong enough to defeat her. What the fuck? I'm not strong enough now? Great. So she tries to seduce you guys with her hypnotic breastises. You guys are almost caught in a trance, but Matt puts his sunglasses on, and Ingo puts his bandana over his eyes, so they're covered.
I think this is up your alley.
Fucking 100%.
Good Lord.
I'd punch her in those titty
That's
bags.
not happening there.
The Amazon introduces the 4 pillars. Prime, Gwyneth Paltrow, Prime. Yeah, I'm getting nothing done. All day tomorrow, nothing's getting done. A lot of beating off. Prime, Jennifer Lawrence, Prime, Keira Knightley, and Prime, Scarlett Johansson. The Amazons start attacking, and Matt uses the face blaster to deliver the facial on them, while Ingo uses the orgasmic inducer to make them have an orgasm. Matt and Ingo look at each other and laugh at themselves at the 4 pillars. Matt uses ruthless aggression to bang Jennifer Lawrence and Scarlett Johansson, while Ingo uses Julio style to bang Gwyneth Paltrow and Keira Knightley. After an exhausting sex, the Amazon Queen reveals that she also has magic powers and teleports away from the camp, swearing revenge against both of you. You guys leave the camp with explosions happening in the background. Start your bikes, taking the women's head back to the camp. End of episode 3. More to come. First, there is.
I didn't hear anything you just said.
Yeah.
I'm just
type her name and hot in the search and see what happens. Watch. It goes from night or day to night.
Nope, we're still in daytime.
Why are you in safe mode?
Oh, I don't know. How do you know I'm in safe mode?
Because there's no naked. Usually when I type a person's name, everything comes up PC. And then when I type their name and hot, everything goes 100% naked. Like fucking porn star, like gangbang in the ass. Huh, that's weird.
I don't know. This must be the new iPad update.
Hang on.
Keeping the porn.
What's this broad's name?
Angela White.
Watch my search history. So I do Angela White. Okay, nothing. Nothing great. That's weird.
Oh, it's the same result. There's no nudity. See?
Oh.
Maybe she's the non-nude porn actress.
Hang on, let's hype this up a little bit.
Triple X.
No. Oh, geez.
Oh, good lord.
What the fuck happened?
He just, Angela White ass is what he puts in.
Whoa, Jesus Christ.
There's a lot happening.
What's going on here?
Apparently her ass.
Someone's been giving her the business.
Good lord.
Anyway, let's get back to the show. Let's do a little fuck, marry, kill. Celebrity edition number 74, Adult Adventures number 10. Allie Hayes.
Yeah, I kind of like
She's
that.
in the game. Danny Daniels.
It's all right.
I see stuff.
You probably like that.
Yep. And then Gracie Glam.
I'm going to have to marry and fuck Allie Hayes. I'm going to kill the other two. I don't know what it is.
Okay, I'm with you. I marry that
solid.
one.
That's like a solid thing happening there.
I fuck the second one. She's got a Misha Tate flair to her. And I kill Gracie Glam. Knowledge. Anything?
I don't have anything. I'm distracted at the moment. I can't even think straight.
Why?
Because all these things are happening.
Are there these things?
These
That's what
things.
happens when bodies start slopping in. We're going to have to pause this for a second. So we need a lot of volume. So this is chemically unbalanced memes. If you're going to be dumb, you got to be tough. So
Chemically
that's always
unbalanced memes.
good. Let's go full screen. Let's go back. And let's see what the fuck happens when I press plays. Guy fucking evil Knieveling his fucking lawnmower.
Oh, damn. Is he wearing a helmet?
Yeah. Oh, dick!
Oh, damn, that had to hurt. Oh, that looks like very painful. Is he okay after that one? What the fuck? Is this the same guy?
Yeah.
How does he,
Oh, he's fucking face plans.
how does he survive this?
Fucking endoing everything.
Oh, man.
Oh, dick!
It's just, it looks so painful.
I know.
How is he surviving this?
I think he dies every time this new guy.
What the, oh my god. What is that?
I don't know. This can't be good. Oh, he landed it. Oh, he's so fucked up.
Well, where did you find this stuff?
I don't know.
That's
I feel like I rapped already. Yep.
There's a lot of it.
Yeah, you already rapped, but fuck me. Like, what? I feel like we're in West Virginia. Just fucking, this might be relatives of mine. I got a lot of
How
hillbilly
fucked up
in me.
are those guys who drinking whiskey? They're like, I'm gonna do this.
I don't know.
I'm doing
Have you
it.
not seen Evil Knievel fuck himself up about a quadrillion
There's
times?
something wrong
I was
with
like,
people like that.
holy
It's
Christ,
crazy.
man.
So crazy.
So yeah, don't do that. Just don't. I don't know where to go with this.
He's busy. He's looking at.
Yeah, I got things to work out. I gotta take care of some business later tonight.
Okay.
You know, that smoke some recreational weed. Actually, it's medical, but anyway. You know, it'll all work out. I think that's it. Let's shut down.
Okay. That has been this week's edition of Weird MMA Nuts. My name is Nico Weigel.
Thanks for playing.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.